Hello everyone, my name is Kesha Pandey Permana, and in this video I would like to share and retell the main ideas from 5 interesting video that I have watched. The 5 video talk about different topics, but I think they are actually connected to each other. They talk about learning new things, understanding ourselves, accepting uncertainty, achieve our goals, and understanding other people through language. The first video is called The First 20 Hours How to Learn Anything by Jeff Kaufman. The second one is What Makes You Special by Mariana Asensio. The third video, Is It Okay Not to Have a Brain by Mitila Palka. The fourth video, How to Achieve Your Ambitious Goals by Stephen Denier. And the last video is What You Didn't Know About Language Barrier by Jason Pomerantz. After watching these 5 videos, I realized that they are give us useful lessons about personal development. They encourage us to keep learning, accept ourselves, take action, and understand people who might be different from us. So, in this video, I'm going to explain the main ideas of each video and also share what I learned from them. First video, The First 20 Hours, Jeff Kaufman. The first video is presented by Jeff Kaufman, and the title is The First 20 Hours, How to Learn Anything. The main topic of this video is about learning new skill. Jeff Kaufman explained that learning something new does not always have to take an exceptionally long time before we can become responsibly good at it. Sometimes, when we want to learn a new skill, we become afraid before we even start. We may think that we need years of experience, a lot of knowledge, or a lot of talent. Because of this, we might decide not to start at all. Jeff Kaufman gives a different perspective. He explained that the first part of learning a new skill can be difficult, but we can make the process easier by using effective methods and practicing consistently. One important idea in his talk the concept of 20 hours of focused practice. The idea is not that someone will become an expert after exactly 20 hours. Instead, the first 20 hours can help us move from knowing almost nothing about a skill to becoming much more comfortable and capable. He explained that why to learn efficiently is to break a skill into smaller parts. Instead of thinking about the whole skill as one hard challenge, we can identify the most important parts and learn them one by one. For example, if someone wants to learn musical instrument, they do not necessarily need to learn everything about music first. They can start with the basic chords, basic technique, and simple song. After that, they can continue improving. Another important point is that we should remove barriers that make practicing difficult. If something is easy to start, we are more likely to practice it regularly. I think this idea is very useful for students. Sometimes we think that we are not good at English because our speaking or pronunciation is not perfect. But instead of worrying about being perfect, we can start with small things. We can practice speaking for a few minutes every day, learn new vocabulary, and gradually become more confident. The lesson I get from this video is that starting is often more important than waiting until we feel ready. We do not have to be perfect when we begin, we just need to begin and keep practicing. Second video, What Makes You Special, Mariana Atencio. The second video is called What Makes You Special by Mariana Atencio. The video focuses more on identity, difference, and the things that make each person unique. Mariana Atencio talks about her experience and how meeting different people and experiencing different cultures help us understanding the importance of identity. Everyone has a different background. We may come from different families, countries, culture, and community. We may speak different language and have different traditions. We may also have different experiences that shape the way we see the world. Sometimes people feel that being different is a weakness. They may compare themselves with other people and wish that they were more like someone else. However, the message of this video is that our difference can actually be something valuable. The things that make us different are also part of what makes us special. For me, this is important message because people often compare themselves with others. For example, as students, we may compare our English skill, grade, appearance, personality, and achievement with our friend. When we do this too much, we may forget that everyone has their own strengths and their own journey. The video encourages us to understand and appreciate our identity rather than trying to completely change ourselves to fit other people's expression. I also think this message connect with the fifth video about language barriers. When we meet people from different cultures, we may discover that they have different way of thinking and communicating. Instead of immediately judging them, we can try to understand where they come from. The important lesson from this video that being different is not being we should be exempt of. We can learn from the other people while still appreciating who are. We do not have to be exactly like someone else to have value. Third video, is it okay not to have a plane, Mithila Parkar? The third video is presented by Mithila Parkar and the title is it okay not to have plane? I think this video is especially relatable for young people because many students feel pressure to know exactly what they want to do in the future. Sometimes people ask us questions such as, what do you want to be in the future? Or what is your 5 years plan? This question might sound simple, but they can sometimes make us feel pressure, especially when we are still trying to understand ourselves. Mithila Parker explained that is it okay if we do not have everything planned? Life does not always happen according to the plan that we create. Sometimes we have an ideas about what we want, but then we expressing something unexpected. We may discover a new interest, meet new people, or receive our opportunities that change our direction. Instead of saying in this as failure, we can see it as part of the process is discovering ourselves. I think one of the most important ideas here is that we do not need to know that entire journey before taking the first step. For example, a student may enter university thinking that they know exactly what career they want, but after taking different class and meeting different people, they may discover another interest. That does not mean the previous plan was useless. It simply means they are learning more about themselves. This video also reminds us that uncertainty is normal part of life. Sometimes we want to have complete control after the future, but that is not always possible. What we can control is how we respond to the opportunities and challenges that make to us. For me, the message is very comforting. It tells us that is it okay to be uncertain. We can continue learning, trying different things, and discovering what works for us. So we do not need perfect plans. Sometimes we just need to detect the next step. Fourth video, how to achieve your most ambitious goals. Stephen Dunier. The fourth video is called How to Achieve Your Most Ambitious Goals by Stephen Dunier. This video talks about goals and how we can achieve things that might seem very difficult or even impossible at first. One of the main ideas is that big goals can feel overwhelming when we look at them as one hard task. For example, imagine that someone wants to read a very long book. Thinking about writing an entire book can feel impossible, but if the person focuses only on writing a small amount every day. The goals become much more manageable. Stephen Doniers explained that importance of breaking big goals into smaller decisions and action. This idea is similar to the first video because both speakers emphasize the importance of small steps. When we want to achieve something ambitious, we can sometimes focus too much on the final result. They imagine how difficult the entire journey will be, and this can make us lose motivation. Instead, we can focus on what we can do right now. For example, if I want to improve my English speaking ability, I do not need to become fluent immediately. I can start by speaking English for 5 or 10 minutes every day. I can learn a few new words, practice pronunciation, and try to use English in daily conversation. Small action may look insignificant when we look at them individually, but when we repeat them consistently, they can create a significant result. Another lesson from this video is that we should be more consistent about how we use our time. There are many small moments in our daily life and we may normally pause. Instead of waiting for a perfect amount of free time, we can use small amount of time to make progress. From me, this video shows that achieving a big goal is not always about doing something essentially. Sometimes it is about doing ordinary things consistently. The main reason I learned is that a big goals become easier when we divide it into small and realistic steps. We do not need to finish everything today, we only need to make progress. Fifth video, what you didn't know about language barriers, Roxanne Pomeranz. The fifth and final video is what you didn't know about language barrier by Roxanne Pomeranz. This video discusses language and communication. Roxanne talked about language barrier and how language can influence the way people communicate and understand one another. A language barrier can help when people do not share the same language. However, the problem is not always simply about vocabulary or grammar. Language is connected to culture and human expression. When we learn another language, we are not only learning new words, we are also being introduced to another way of communicating and another way of understanding people. Roxanne used her own expression of learning Hebrew and living in Israel to explain the importance of learning language. Her expression, her experience helped her understand how learning a new language can create connection between people from different backgrounds. I think it is especially relevant to us as English learners. Sometimes learning English can feel difficult because there are many words, grammar, rules, pronunciation different, and expression that we need to understand. However, if we only think about English as a school subject, we might miss the bigger purpose of learning it. English can help us communicate with people from different countries. It can help us access information, understand different cultures, and build relationships with people who have different backgrounds. Learning another language can also teach us to be more patient. When someone is speaking a language that they are still learning, they might make mistakes. Instead of languaging at them or judging them, we also understand that communication is a learning process. This is important because everyone who learns a language will make mistakes at some point. For me, the main message of this video is that language should not only be seen as a barrier, it can also become a bridge between people. When we make an effort to learn another language, we are also making an effort to understand other people. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you.